Yes, sir. What is going on, YouTube fam? It's your boy, Don Squally, man. Enough playing around. If you guys are new to the channel, smash that subscribe button. If you guys don't know how it works here, we take one request per video uploaded, man. So definitely let me know what you guys want to see down in the comments section. But for today's video, we have a request from one person in specific. Jonathan Chason wants to see a GT350R top speed build. Now, if you guys don't know what the 350R is, it's a new Mustang that Ford came out with, I don't know, maybe a year, 2 years ago now. The thing's an absolute monster. Pretty much a tracked prep street car. So what I think we're going to do is go ahead and buy one of these stock. Now, I have done a couple of these builds on the channel, but for this one, we are going to try to achieve a top speed. We're going to start out, obviously, with a manufacturer paint scheme going on here. Buy that up with credits. And now that we got all that out of the way, we're about to jump into the upgrade section and take care of this. Now, one thing that I did want to do is leave the stock powertrain in here. We're just going to check out a couple of our other options. Obviously, the V12, I'm pretty sure is the engine of choice when it comes to top speed. I don't know. We're going to also leave the rear-wheel drive powertrain in here. I want to get some top speed out of this thing, but I also don't want to change the dynamics, and I don't want to change things that are going to make it not a Mustang. So it looks like we have some carbon fiber, I'm assuming, little add-ons here, so we're going to go ahead and add those on. Rear wing, looks like we have the little lip there. I'm a big fan of the lip. For those of you guys who are subscribed to my other channel, link to that will be down in the description. I actually have a nice little duckbill lip, similar to the one that's on this car now on my G35. Now I'm going to go with the tire letters on this one, just something a little bit different. A Mustang is one of the few cars that I think can pull this off. You know, with muscle cars, old school style like this, I think the tire letters suit it quite nicely. So I'm going to skim through a couple of different options here as far as the wheels go and let you guys know when I find something that I like. Now, I think for this one, I'm going to go with the Fisk Profile 5s. I really like the 5-spoke look on this car, and I think it's going to suit this thing quite nicely. We're going to beef that up. Wow, we went from, okay, those tire letters. I think we're going to go with the 20 anyways. I was going to say those tire letters getting awfully thin, but I think this thing's going to look dope nonetheless. Drivetrain-wise, we're going to go ahead, upgrade that clutch. We are also going to take care of the differential, and I think that's going to be about it. Platform and handling, we are definitely going to upgrade those brakes. We're going to go ahead, lower this thing, and also do a little bit of weight reduction here. Now, as far as the engine goes, let's go ahead and take care of the intake as well as the exhaust. And you know what, since we're going to do a top speed build, we might as well go ahead and fully max out everything. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of that. Luckily, through the magic of editing, you guys won't have to sit through that. So now that we got everything installed and set up the way that we want, we are going to go ahead and jump into the tuning section. Now I'm going to go ahead, slam this thing just a little bit on the front. Leave it hiked up a bit on the back, and I'm hoping that's going to kind of even out our stance a little bit there. Just a little bit of camber on the rear, and I think that's going to be good. Now, as far as the paint goes, that was supposed to be two separate words. I don't know, man. I kind of like this this setup here. Now, one thing I wouldn't mind doing is throwing on some copper wheels here, and I think that's going to really set this paint job off nicely. Brass, let's do the brass here. Brass brushed. I don't know, I'm tongue twisting myself for some reason. Black out the windows, and one of the very few occasions that I'm going to leave the paint that we started with on here, because I think this white with the blue stripes is just a sick look, man. So let's go ahead and save that to the current car. And now that we got that out of the way, we're ready to hit the road. and see what this thing is made of. Now I did make sure to start us out by the airport, since this is going to be a top speed run car. We're going to try to see if we can hit a half decent trap speed at the end of the runway there. I want to say that's about a mile. Would make the most sense to me. Getting there is going to prove to be an issue, though. This thing is just ripping. We're going to go ahead and skim through these little solar panels here. That red line is insane, man. 9,000 RPMs on this thing. And we're out on the runway, and I can already tell this thing is oh, that's 6th gear, though. A whole lot of lag going into 6th gear. We're going to see if we can work that out a little bit here. I'm going to start from the very end of the runway here. Just because I want to see if I can max this out on this runway. So we are rear wheel drive, so we're going to have to fight for traction right off of the hop here. Shifting a little early there. Into 4th, finally getting traction. Pulling very hard through 5th, but then you get into 6th and it's almost like a cruising gear. That is the top speed gear though right there. I bet you could run that for a long time and this car would just keep accelerating if you had the straightaway for it, which in this game you definitely don't. There's no straightaway. Oh, we didn't put in a transmission? You're a fool, Don Squally. Well, that would probably explain our terrible 6th gear. So let's go ahead and do another run and actually see if we can get a top speed here. Now, if you manage to, you know, stay on the wheel here. It's actually relatively easy to keep it in a straight line. That 6th gear is definitely your cruising gear. So in real life, if this were a your GT350R, you throw her into 6th gear and you're just cruising on the highway, saving lots of gas and stuff like that. Oh, that brake boost. All right, so we're gonna start out where I usually start out from, and I believe it's right back here by this car. So we're gonna go ahead, do a quick run, see what our top speed is. We are spinning still, but once you get into 4th, just feather that gas. Yeah, it's that. Oh, man. Get out of the way, Sonny. Well, that messed up our top speed run. But you know what? That 6th gear is definitely hurting us. I feel like this video is running a little long. So I don't really want to go back. But if I had to go back, I would throw a different transmission in here. I don't know why. I must have been gabbing. I'm going to have to go back and look at the footage. Probably just yammering on about a whole bunch of nonsense and not paying attention to the task at hand. But, yeah, I mean, the build, aside from that, looks legit, sounds legit, drives great. So I'm pretty happy regardless. So I hope you guys are too. If you did enjoy this one, don't forget to smash that like button. If you guys want to see more and you're not subscribed yet, definitely do so. All types of content like this coming in the near future. But I guess that's about it for this one, man. So I just want to say thank you guys for watching. And we're going to catch y'all at the next one, man. Peace. Don't die. Oh, shit. Where you going, bro? Don't be creeping on my friend. Don't be creeping on my friend. You and your homie. Oh, nut shot. Nut shot. Oh, buddy. Let's go. And your boy, man. Get him out of here. Oh, fucking. Oh my God!